welcome back to the Stanley Parable. I'm MostlyNOOB. I left off last time in this room, so I'm not sure if the game started again or if it's a continuation of the path I started going down before. But let's find out. Jump! Jump!
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Stanley sounds a little bit like me, which is kind of creepy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Doesn't sound like this company's too, well, good. They get broke on Wednesday. Every Wednesday. Not cost efficient. So it seems that most of it's charts. Interesting. Oh, I want to go in the... Oh, I can go in here.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
There's stuff here. Isn't that pipe? Not pipe, that red.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here.
I disagree with you, boys. There's duct tape. We can play with duct tape.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet.
I'm not sitting.
He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Yeah.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing? Why? Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I like small spaces. It's nice and cozy in here.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If
Yes.
I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever.
But the door,
I never would have thought to mention it.
Broom closet, and all the other doors just have numbers. Broom closets.
Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite."
Yeah.
I hope your friends find this concerning.
Yeah, the broom closet ending is my favourite. I'm enjoying this.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really stupid.
Oh, fuck you.
He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is. That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
Well, yeah. Why else would I be in a closet?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead.
I am?
You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from the area and instruct another human to take their place at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them. All right, when you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
I wanted the broom closet ending. Broom closet. Screw you too.
Ah, second player. It's good to have you on board.
So,
I guarantee you
yeah.
can't do any worse than the... Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
To you. Yeah, the boss has a cool office. Probably. Damn it, I wanted the broom closet ending. Ooh. What? No, you let me in the broom closet, but not the bathroom. Whoa. Not very
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
That's odd. Oh no, it's when you're near there you get... What's the number?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination. If he knew that the combo was 2845, it would be another story entirely. But 2845.
What? I wasn't listening. It was 2548. That was 7. 2548.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, I had no idea what number I was pressing. That door is so goddamn efficient. Alright, jump, jump. So dark. No. Oh, I'm blind. Okay. Alright, let's go. Ooh, big red button. And a loading screen.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Emotion. So much emotion. I don't know what emotion I'm meant to be feeling, but I feel the emotion.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Fuck that. I'm taking escape.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Yeah. I want another broom closet.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity
I
to
know.
turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
It's bound to happen sooner or later. Jump!
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
I'm invincible now.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Only 6 needs to play. Alright then. Hi boxes. Alright, nothing. Oh. That's bright.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Yeah, bitch. Oh. This looks pretty
When every
awesome.
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Oh yeah, this is the layout. That's interesting. These are filing cabinets. Someone's playing solitaire. Are they winning? Oh. No. Get back on. The desk. I like number 5. So yeah, I'm guessing this is the end. That's the credits. Made by Source. Source is good. Jump! Jump! Maintenance room. Did I go to the maintenance room? I don't know. The point of Stanley Parable HD Remix is to win. Did I win? No, I was meant to lose. Oh yeah. Well, you can't jump? I wanted to jump. I'm guessing this is just a museum of everything. I don't remember that. There's a chair there. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. still disappointed I didn't get the broom closet ending. What is the difference between a duck? Now what? Are these different starting? Yeah, I think this is the actual starting one. These must be the other ones. Cool. That looks interesting. Did I go there? No. It's only in beta. Can I press the button? No. I don't know what to do now. I don't want to wander around here because I'm assuming it's boring for everyone. Burp, burp, burp. Static. Ooh. We ran 4 major teaser trailers. So this is a trailer that they released. Oh. This makes so much sense. Whoa. Creepy. I guess I should end it here. So I'm going to the exit and does that appear when I'm far away, or oh, there it is. Run, 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 run. Oh, it was yellow that time. Oh, I'm going to exit.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Because the narrator is trapped too. Well, I've been MostlyNOOB. This has been Stanley Parable number 2. Like if you like, subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you next time. Bye.
Can you see? Can you see how
there's
much they
more.
need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice. Whatever you do,
Well,
choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I guess now is the ending. Bye. Again. Awkward.